Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. Now, this morning, I want us to discuss something very important, something that is key, not only to Ghana, but all African countries. Now, let me say that one of our African countries is on fire as it stands now, and that has to be Togo, our neighboring country. Let me say that Togo is a sister to Ghana, or Togo is a brother to Ghana. And so whatever is going on indirectly, ebi subeka and kakra. Now, foreign Gnassingbé must fall. Togo is not a family property. So this is what is going on in Togo. I stand to be corrected. Foreign Gnassingbé is the current president of Togo, and he has ruled for 20 years. Now, his dad ruled for 38 years. After his dad ruled 38 years, he came into power. So it's like, it's a family heritage. It's something more or less like a kinship heritage. And so if your dad is no more, then it means your son has to take over what you were doing before. And so Foreign Gnassingbé came into power, and then he was in power for 20 years. So combining these 20 years to his father's 38 years, it means that the Foreign Gnassingbé family has been in power for 58 years. And so this is it. It's time for him to step down, but he wants to revise the constitution in a way that will favor him to stay in power for a longer period of time. And then when he stays for a long period of time, after he is no more, it means his son or maybe any family member, whoever is in the family, will take over from him. And so looking at all this, you see, the problem is, even if you stay for 20 years and then you've done something profitable to the country, I'm sure that the Togolese will not go on the street to protest. But you've been in power for 20 years, and the Togolese are complaining that there is nothing working out, there is nothing going on, the network connectivity is bad, and a whole lot. And so they went on the street to protest against their president, to step down, that they are not going to sit down and then keep their fingers crossed for him to to revise the constitution and then extend his stay in government. And this is where all Africans have a role to play. Now, I want to ask a question. Why is it that Africa, when it comes to leadership position, we become so selfish? You are in power for 20 good years, whether 20 bad years, 20 worse years, you were in power for 20 years. Step down, I will say that. And I saw a video where some of these Togolese were saying that, they have a cordial relationship with President Mahama, but why is he not learning everything? Why is he not learning from the country? Yeah, they are so, but at least they are using us as an example. Democracy. You see, the reason why I said democracy is not good for we the Africans, because the way we were brought up with an issue. So if you're bringing something normal, like, it doesn't move us. And it's sad that African leaders, we have this archaic mindset. You were in power for 20 years, step down for someone to take over. You said no. Nothing is going on well too. And then it's as if that the possession of that country is in the box of only one person. We have ECOWAS, we have African Union, they are quiet. These are the time they are supposed to speak up. What is the use of ECOWAS? What is the use of African Union if they cannot speak against things like this? And then you only hear ECOWAS and the African Union coming up to speak whenever there is coup. As for coup, they can talk about it and tell you that, it's not good for democracy. It's not good for democracy, but you were quiet. So someone overstaying for 20 years is good for democracy. A whole family being in power for 58 years is good for democracy. The fact is, even if you are in power for 20 or 58 years, and then everything is going on well, there are employments everywhere. The people, the citizens are feeling, the comfortability of the country, and there is no pressure. Then we can say that, at least it's good. Even if they are staying for 30 years, they've done something profitable for the nation. But this is what the Togolese are saying. Nothing is going on well. And ECOWAS is quiet. AU is quiet. But trust me, let there be coup in Togo right now. They'll bring out a notice cautioning them to go back to democracy, and that democracy is good. Democracy is not, today I'm stating it here, that democracy is not good for Africans. Democracy is not good for us. African countries will be celebrating Independence Day, but let's face the reality. Are we really independent as Africans? The answer is no. We are not independent. We are not. Because we claim to be independent, but then someone is still controlling us. And we think that is normal. And it's just like if everywhere is quiet. No one wants to say anything. ECOWAS is not only about you going, sitting down and then discussing how, we are going to promote development in other African countries. No. Issues like this, they are supposed to talk about it. They are supposed to support your own. Or should we say that the ECOWAS and the African Union is being intruded by a powerful hand, unseen powerful hand, that is not known to us? Is that what we should call it? Because it is only a wicked person. I believe it is only a wicked person that will stay in power for 20 years without doing anything profitable. And then you want to revise the constitution for your own benefit again. It is only a wicked person that will do that. Because I'm sorry to say this, no normal thinking human being will do this. And you should also understand that it is this same people's money. It is the taxpayers' money, the state money, that they are using in your well-being. As a president, you don't pay for fuel. I don't know how their constitution is, but I know definitely you won't pay for fuel. I know certain things you are going to enjoy certain benefits. And as you are enjoying those benefits, the citizens are ensuring that you are safe so that you can also think about their well-being. But in a case where they are thinking about you and the only thing you have in mind is to enrich yourself and your family, then how are we going to develop as an African country? This is not only Togo, but then it can happen in any other African country. We can mention African countries that are, as it stands now, they are being ruled by the military because they felt like the democracy, and let's be sincere, it's not helping us. Today there is change of government, tomorrow there is change of government. They come in and the only thing they do is to enrich themselves. The only thing they do is to loot from the state. And you as a citizen, you have no say. Immediately you want to say something, then they are coming after you. Immediately you want to talk or say something, they are coming after you. But that is not how it's supposed to be. So why are we seeing this now? It's very, very sad. Very, very sad. It's very sad. Our African leaders, they don't think about us, so the only thing they think about is themselves. And immediately the person gets power, that ends it. So basic form, you will protest and protest. 20 years they are there. And as I said, if you were to be doing something profitable, it will make sense. And it's not surprising, 99 of African countries, look at our leaders, they are old. Some of them are in their 80s, some of them are in their 90s, some of them are in their 70s. And they go for retreats, they go for a program, and then you see a whole president dozing. I saw a video where an African country, I'm not going to mention the name of the African country, the president was giving mic to talk. He was asking his PA, what are they saying? In front of the whole congregation. In your 90s, in your 80s, you are supposed to retire. That is how God created a system. You are supposed to retire, go home, rest, and allow the youth with fresh blood rule the country, rule the nation. We are tired of this. 80s, 90s, and then it is quite surprising that even if a youth is standing as a president, we the youth, we will not vote for them. You know why? Because they've manipulated our mindset. Because of the 20,000 or 2,000 or 1,000 they will give you to buy porridge, so it's okay. See, 99% of African countries, let a youth stand as a president, they will not vote for him. They will go in for someone who is in his 90s, someone who is in his 70s, someone who is in his 80s. Excuse me, that cannot, you get it? Why won't that person stay in power for so long and then think of revising or reviewing the constitution in his or her own benefit? Definitely they will do that. And it's about time we rise. We the youth, we have to rise. We have to think. We have to think ahead. Our leaders are doing us more harm than good. We have to realize this and start working towards it. If not, that is going to hunt us back in the future. Today is in Togo, tomorrow we don't know where that is going to happen. If the constitution is saying that you are supposed to be in power for 4 years, after 4 years, move out. Let another person comes in. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.